Hi, I am Alu, and I'm your host at Fiterobic. Welcome to Fitness Pro Chat, the podcast by Fiterobic.
Welcome to Fitness Pro Chat by Fiterobic. If you're looking to improve your health and well-being to lead a healthy, fit, and fulfilling life, whether you're an amateur or a professional athlete, this podcast is for you. Now, on to the show.
Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Fitness Pro Chat with Fiterobic. Today we have Preeti Maneesh. Preeti is a barefoot runner and a certified yoga expert. Today we will discuss with Preeti about fitness for mothers and homemakers. Welcome to the episode, Preeti.
Thank you, Alok, for inviting me for this talk show, and it's a privilege for me to be a part of your initiative, which is so good. After we had a discussion, I really like your initiative and the vision behind your venture. So, thank you so much for having me again.
Thank you so much, Preeti. It would be great to learn more about you as a barefoot runner, a yoga expert, and most importantly, a mother. All of these three combined, along with a full time job, that's too much for all of us to comprehend. So please help us understand more about you and what keeps you motivated.
So, fitness journey for me started off to beat stress. So stress was the main reason why I started, getting into fitness and walks and small runs. And I'm a full-time working professional in the last 8 years. And my career graph took off only after my daughter was about 4 years old. Until then, I chose to be a homemaker, and I was with my little one. And I currently work with the education sector, and I've always been associated with the education sector. And of course, being a working professional, the expectations from us at workplace and family front are inevitable. Be it a man or a woman,
Absolutely.
I think expectations are always there, for us. So and then the stress all started off because of that, and I followed a very unhealthy lifestyle, sleep issues. I had health issues and obesity. I started having erratic headaches and waking up late, sleeping late, and in spite of sleeping for almost 7 to 8 hours, I still used to feel irritated, and there were a lot of issues surrounding it. And then that's when I realized I had to do something about this. And I started seeing advertisements on Pinkathon in the month of February, around the same time when I thought I should, start doing something about my fitness. So, and then my friends and I registered for Pinkathon, and that was my first 5 kilometer race in 2018. And then after that, there's been no looking back. And then slowly I started making friends who are into fitness, who are into running, all mommy friends around my locality. And then after that, we registered for the Pinkathon and we did the race. And yes, after that, I started registering for races after races. And today I am here. I can, be on my toes and run for about 3.5, 4 hours to 5 hours now as my long runs. And yeah, I wake up early, I sleep early. So I'm a very, I stick to discipline. And and I personally believe that motivation doesn't come from outside. I think motivation is always within. And it always depends on how you are as a person and how focused you are. So for me, motivation is
True,
always
true.
within me. It's not, I don't look for it outside.
Absolutely. So before I move on to other important questions, I think one question we would want to understand, why did you choose barefoot running over running with shoes?
Barefoot running happened when I started running. I wore shoes, and then it started giving me a lot of, calf pain and shin splints, and a lot of injuries. And that's when I met a running friend, Kiran, and he said, just show me your feet. And when I showed him my feet, he said, your feet are made for barefoot running. And I still remember his words and statements very specific. It's just ingrained in my mind. So after that, I started exploring more on barefoot running. I started reading articles on barefoot running. And I met a lot of people who are barefoot runners in Bangalore. And there's a huge community here of barefoot runners. So that's where I felt that, I should just chuck my shoes, because I started feeling very liberated running barefoot. So I started running, and then I was very comfortable running barefoot, and I said, okay, I'm not running with my shoes anymore. And that's how my love for barefoot running, increased. And yeah, I stuck to it. And it has a lot of health
Absolutely.
benefits. When we
That's
talk about barefoot
true.
running, it does have a lot of health benefits mentally as well as physically. You're getting a free acupuncture every day on your feet when you go run on the road.
And what about the injuries? I'm pretty sure you would have faced a lot of them. How did you deal with those injuries during barefoot running? How do you deal with this kind of situation?
Okay, so what happened? See, when you talk about barefoot running, you don't have any internal injuries. Okay, you don't have any injuries on your calf, on your shin splints. You don't have any of those kind of injuries. But you have a lot of external injuries. I've had issues where I've had glass pieces in my feet a couple of times. So, and then it was okay. I came home and just immersed my feet in steaming hot water with turmeric. So, and then
Okay.
the red, and I just removed the glass piece out of that. So thankfully, so far I haven't faced anything as such, and it hasn't been very bad. But yes, only for my short runs, say about 10 to 12 kilometers, I do barefoot. But when I do longer runs, say more than 12, or say I go to 21 or 25 or 30, 30 kilometers, I use Vibrams. They're minimalistic shoes and almost as
Yeah.
good as barefoot running.
And in fact, in one of our conversations, you talked about you start your day quite early. So, how it helps to manage your life, especially multiple things that you do, and what advice would you want to give to all women who are wanting to wake up early, or and somehow they are not able to streamline their schedule?
See, one thing is you need to remain focused. You need to stand up for yourself. So that's what I did. I started waking up by, initially it was 5 o'clock, and then it became 4 o'clock, and now it is 3:30 because my mileage has increased. My entire week mileage is more. I have to get up early. I have to hit the road early because I need to come back home by 6:15 or 6:30 because my daughter goes to school. I need to ensure she has a box packed and she has to get ready for school. So I need to get back home by 6:30. So that's why I start my day early. I wake up by 3:30, and Sundays it's even 3 a.m. because it's longer runs. And yes, I do ensure I get enough sleep, say about 7 to 8 hours, undisturbed sleep. And I've also got my daughter into the same routine of sleeping early and waking up early. And eventually, my husband is also, into this routine now. Even he sleeps early, wakes up by 4, he goes for his workouts. So yeah, it's very important as women that it's in our hands how we build the dynamics at home. If the mother is lazy, the kids pick up the same habits because the apple doesn't fall
Absolutely.
far from the tree. And me being very disciplined has helped. I'm very disciplined about my eating habits, my sleep habits, and I do not let anything affect it on most of the days. But yeah, there are times when there's a medical emergency at home, the little one is unwell, or my loved ones are unwell. So it's okay. On those days, I take a break. I sleep for an extra hour, or I take a break whenever I want. I sleep whenever I want because I work from home. So I get that little, break. But yes, I ensure I fall back on track soon and I don't give way to lethargy. So it's all mind games, Alok. And yoga has helped me quite a lot to develop these mindful habits. So I would like to bring this point also that it's okay to take help from your, helps, cooks at home. And I stay in a
Yes.
joint family setup, and I have my help around. I have my in-laws around me, so it's quite a big support in terms of me being able to do a lot of things apart from my work and my family things. So I'm very very grateful for that, and I have a very supportive husband. Also, sometimes joins me for runs, and he drives me back. I have the luxury of getting driven back home after a long run. So yes, it's all in our hands.
That's really great because family support is absolutely important when you are trying to do things which are beyond comprehension of general public. So one of the other questions that I have for you is related to sleep, and you said you wake up quite early in the morning. 3:30 a.m. is quite early by any standards. So how do you manage your sleep, and especially for a mother, the fitness journey gets disrupted because they need adequate sleep. So how do you strategize to balance your fitness goals and your sleep needs on a day-to-day basis?
So, see, when we talk about fitness, it is just not about physical fitness, it's also about mental fitness. And I am very careful about, being very mentally fresh, because if you're happy in your mind, I think you'll be able to do a lot of things and manage a lot of things around. And I think for your mental fitness, your a good rest and recovery is very important after a very exhaustive week at work and on the home front and waking up early. I ensure I take breaks. There are on a particular Sunday. See, Sundays are mostly my long runs, and after I get back home, I ensure I get my at least 3 to 4 hours of sleep, because that's how I can balance the rest of the week and focus on my getting up early and doing a lot of things. And I also try to plan things in advance, be it my workout plans and or be it my meal plans at home, because we don't have a cook. We cook at home all by ourselves. So I ensure I have a complete a meal plan ready as to what has to be made for breakfast, what has to be made for lunch the next day. So it's not that I do it every day. I do it once a month and keep it, and then we follow the same routine the entire month. So it's easy for me to buy groceries. It's easy for me to source the vegetables and fruits for the week. I just take a picture and go and sort out. So there's no question about there's not always a confusion about kal kya banana hai. So that's always a big question for every woman in the household. Ki, kal kya banana hai, kal kya banana
Absolutely.
hai. So that
Absolutely.
the meal plan really helped me stay planned and focused with my meal, because even nutrition wise with my long runs, I need to be really mindful about what I eat. I just can't survive on roti sabji. I need to have my proteins on spot. I need to have my
Yes.
vegetables. I need to have my salads. I need to, have a very balanced meal. So for that, I think planning is very important. And so I do a plan a lot. I'm very organized, and that's how I try to plan before I go to sleep. And I try to switch off, all the gadgets, and I try to, dim lights. And I meditate every day, say for about 15 or 20 minutes, either before I go to sleep or anytime during the day, or mostly it's in the evening. I use a lot of dhoop and agarbats, so that makes the place very divine, and it smells really nice. So in the end, it's
Absolutely.
you feel nice when you go back to sleep. And overall, I try to have a very happy atmosphere around me and my home front. So that makes me sleep very too much.
That's great to learn, especially, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would want to adapt a routine that you follow in their personal lives as well, because it's very inspiring for all of us to be very systematic and become more organized on a day-to-day basis, and obviously everything else falls in place.
And I also miss talking about, just before going to bed, I do not watch TV at all, because I feel that hinders my sleep cycle. Because these days you see on the TV,
Ah,
it's only, negative news, and there's nothing really positive, something that makes you really go to sleep. So I try to avoid TV as much as possible, and news intake is completely zero. I only read news, and only I try to take what I want from the news, but I don't watch TV for news.
I think that's one of the best things that you do. Avoiding news. Yes, there is too much of negativity around
Absolutely.
with news. I was speaking to one of very well known yoga experts just a few weeks ago, and he talked about discipline, dedication, and determination being important tenets to achieve physical as well as mental fitness goals. So, how are you able to create and manage the disruptions at home in your daily life?
So I think acceptance is the key. You need to accept a lot of things in life, that disruptions are a part of everybody's life. Ups and downs are always there. So I've had my share of disruptions too. But it's okay to cry. It's okay to fall. It's okay to feel
True.
sad, and it's okay to get upset also, because we're all humans. We all have our emotions.
Absolutely.
But what's not okay is to stay stagnant, to stay where you are. So it's very important to quickly get up, straighten that crown and get going. So I have also had my share of issues. I lost my dad years back, and then I had to let go of my fully functional business setup a few months back. I hit rock bottom, but I chose not to stay there for too long. And I think my discipline, dedication, and determination has helped me bounce back, and helped me be where I am today. And I'm able to talk about it and talk about grief, which is very difficult if you're not able to accept certain things. So there are times I feel I'm not feeling like working out. I feel like my body needs good sleep, longer hours of sleep. I take a break, but I bounce back quickly and I embrace life as it comes, and I bounce back and move forward. So that's the mantra I always choose: acceptance and bouncing back.
Absolutely. I think that's rightly said, acceptance and bouncing back quickly. And there are a lot of challenges, especially for women and motherhood. Although motherhood is a bliss, it brings its own set of challenges, which oftentimes jeopardizes the daily fitness routine for any woman. And as someone who wears multiple hats daily, so what advice would you have for mothers or would be mothers to keep themselves healthy and fit?
Okay. So the most important thing that one needs to be mindful about is time management. You need to manage your time efficiently. See, we all have 24 hours, but how you choose to use those 24 hours, it's in your hands. You can either just use it to laze around, sleep, gossip, and do things. It's up to you. But if you're able to use those same 24 hours to wake up early, plan your meals, do your veggie shopping, do your house chores, get your work done, and also get enough rest. You need to set a time for everything. It's okay to take help from others. Prioritize. I think it's very important to prioritize what is important, be it your work, from your workplace, in your family, social events. Prioritize. Choose what is important and stay focused, and don't depend on anybody for motivation. I think you need to look for motivation within you, and then build your dynamics around you, be it your home, your workplace, and your social circle. I don't take any work calls or any calls after 8:30 in the evening. And everybody around my family and my friends know it. They don't call me after 8. They know. Acha, Preeti sone ja rahi hai, we shouldn't call her after that. So I have set those dynamics around me because it is very important. I try not to talk over the phone after 8 o'clock because I think that drains our energy a lot and that
Yeah.
hinders your sleep again. So, and then again, stay away from indulging in negativity, comparisons, social media, comparisons, gossip, or any element that drains you of your energy. And yes, very important thing: take breaks very often. Go for those coffee dates. Go solo for those travel vacations, and go for a solo lunch date with yourself. It's totally okay. You don't have to be guilty about that without feeling guilty, because you deserve all of that for being there for everybody around you 24 by 7.
Absolutely. I'm sure a lot of women and men would find a lot of inspiring words there. So I think the most important thing we should also discuss about is your fitness journey. How and when did it start? And were you influenced by someone already into fitness, or were you self motivated to get started?
So I was never into fitness. I was a couch potato. I weighed about 80 kgs until 2018. But I did have the athletic genes in me, which I tapped only in 2018 at the age of 33. And thanks to my dad, he was an athlete and a gold medalist sprinter in his college and work career days. So I used to always see him, wake up early, and he was an early riser. He used to wake up at 3:30, 45, 4 a.m. in the morning, finish his work, go for a run, do his yoga, and then I started seeing a lot of this in my childhood. I never picked it up. I only picked it up at the age of 33. But it's okay. Better late than never. I actually started off, and when I started off, I did have a lot of running. Enthusiasts in my family. I would like to name Ramesh Rao. He's a comrades finisher, and he is my
Wow.
husband's cousin. So I take a lot of inspiration from him in terms of discipline, and he mentors me and guides me on my running and fitness journey. And I also have a set of wonderful running friends like Sharan, whose ideologies on running and fitness makes running a cakewalk. In fact, Sharan is also a barefoot runner, and
Wow.
we all look at running and fitness as something that makes us happy. We That's something which takes us. It's an escape for us from the mundane life that we have, and yeah, like this, I have the best of people around me who keep me motivated all the while and who influence me and my fitness journey. and they make it worthwhile.
I would definitely want to have introductions to people who have really inspired you and speak with them as well sometime in future. I think one of the very important part in women's life is a lot of stressful occasions, including a lot of physical stressful occasions, and one of them is menstruation. So how do you keep yourself fit during this particular period in the month, and what women in general should do so to adapt their body to these stressful conditions?
First of all, I'd like to thank you for bringing this up because not a lot of people talk about this because in India, I think it's still considered a taboo, periods and menstruation. But I would like to tell all the women folk here that menstruation is not a disease. So stop looking at it like an illness. There's nothing wrong with your body. It's okay. It's just your blood that's going out. So listen to your body, and I listen to mine. And on most days, my menstrual cycle days, also I train for my races. I have ran 13 miles even during my periods. And being a long distance runner, I have a certain mileage to clock every week, and I have tamed my mind in such a way that I just wake up one day in the morning and I say, okay, so what? I just get my running gear out, I wear it, and I go run for about 21 kilometers and get back. And the only reason why I'm able to do this is because I use a menstrual cup. It's very, very liberating. And in fact, working out during periods also helps me elevate my mood because of the endorphin rush. And again, there are days when, I listen to my body. If I feel that, okay, I'm getting very tired, I stop, I take a stop. But so far, nothing has happened because I train my mind. In fact, keeping fit during periods really keeps me happy. So I really don't look at it as something is wrong with my body and I go to sleep. So yeah, I would just tell women that it's okay, to even have a regular, normal fitness regime even during your menstruation. So it's how you tame your mind that's in your hands.
Absolutely, absolutely. What are the some of the effective and say time efficient workouts or from your own workout schedule? Would you suggest some of the effective and time efficient workout routines that busy mothers can incorporate in their daily schedules?
One thing is plan in advance. You need to really plan. So if you come to my house, you'll see a lot of post-it notes everywhere. You'll see planners everywhere because that's how it helps me stay focused and stay organized. And if you're organized, you're able to do a lot of things. So prioritize what is important and plan what is needed and stay focused to your plans. And it's okay to deviate a little, but then fall back on track again. So there are a few things that I use in my everyday regime.
Absolutely, yes. Prioritization is very important in anyone's life to achieve a set of goals that they would have set for themselves. And very rightly said about it. A personal one here: does your kid and husband also join you in your workout schedule? Since you wake up quite early in the morning, so are they also awake at that point in time to go on run with you, and what are the some of the fun and engaging ways you involve your kid along in your daily routine so that they can foster a healthy lifestyle for themselves, and also you can help your entire family to stay healthy and fit?
You need to do things in front of your child. Now my daughter knows that, okay, mama has to go for a run. I shouldn't disturb her on a Saturday night. And she has to sleep early because she sleeps late sometimes on a weekend. So she says, okay, I shouldn't disturb mama. So she asks, do you have a run tomorrow? Do you have to go to the gym tomorrow? So she knows that her mother is physically active and she does a lot of into high endurance sports. So she respects all of that. And so is my husband. In fact, he actively participates with me in my fitness regime. On the days I go for my long runs, he drives me at times. And sometimes when I'm running close by to the house, he comes and faces me at the last few kilometers, and then he drives me back home. And there are times he even helps me with breakfast. And so yeah, my husband and I do a lot of. We have a common time schedule, but with my daughter, because she has school, so there are times I'm not able to include her in my daily fitness regime. But yeah, there are times I take her. She's a swimming amateur, and she is a swimmer, and we take her swimming.
Amazing.
And whenever she's swimming, I just get my yoga mat also to the swimming classes. So there's a lot of space. I try to use that 1 hour that I have, to just get some stretches done. She sees me there, so she's getting a swim done, and I'm there finishing up my stretches. And then on weekends, my husband and the girls cycle together. They play badminton together. And then my daughter and I, in fact, meditate together. I try to include her in
Awesome.
my meditation, though she's just 10. But she has got into that, habit. She says, every day, there are times in going to bed, she says, Mama, I'm feeling very exhausted, very overwhelmed. And she says, let's meditate. So, a kid who's as young as 10 tells me, Mama, I'm tired and I want to meditate, is something that I can really boast about, because I've seen when I was a kid, I wasn't into meditation, and I know, the only way to, de-stress yourself is either, go play or, do some art. But a child talking about meditation at the age of 10, I think that's something that I can really be proud of.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
also, there are days when we just order in a cheese burst and a bottle of Coke, and we all chillax, watch a movie, play. So I think balancing is the key, and moderation is the key. You need to balance and moderate both.
Very true. And probably I should ask you about it, since you talked about having chill moments with pizza and Coke and all of that. Do you also subscribe to any particular nutrition or diet program, since you are a barefoot runner and you run long runs, especially half marathons and full marathons? So is there any specific nutrition program or a diet program that you follow?
Okay, so I would like to just correct you in one place, that I'm still not being a half marathoner and a full marathoner. I'm there somewhere in between. So
Okay.
I am training for my full currently, and
Awesome.
I had subscribed for a nutrition plan by Healthy with Hima, which I
Okay.
think really really helped me, because
Uh-huh.
she gave me a nutrition plan which was very sensible and very logical, and that helped me be what I am today. And I've seen a lot of drastic changes in my running and my body and my endurance also. So yes, I do follow a nutrition plan. So it's more of proteins and a balance of carbs on during the week. And
Absolutely.
yes, during the long run, the carb intake is more. And even I don't diet on weekends. I eat whatever comes my way, and because I need a lot of carbs and energy to burn on a weekend, because I have like runs which are more than 20, 25 plus, sometimes 30. So I eat really well during weekends. But yeah, weekdays I try to be mindful, because my mileage is not so much. So yeah, I'm a little mindful about my nutrition.
Yeah, I think that that's very much aligned to what probably other runners, for other runners also. I think this should be a great learning, because there are a lot of information available. It could be, I call them fats, because there are people who completely avoid carbs, mentioning that carbs are bad for your health, which is completely untrue. And good to learn that you are balancing both sides of nutrition as well as your fitness journey. So another question that I have, what are some of the recommendations would you give to mothers or women who are wanting to start their fitness journey, or who are beginners and don't know where exactly to start?
So, whenever I talk about this, there's only one line that hits my mind. It's a song which says, "Kuch to log kahenge, logo ka kaam hai kehna." It's a very old song and my personal favorite, because it says, "Logo ka kaam hai kehna." Just ignore the society, what the world thinks
Absolutely.
about you, judges you. You deserve your break and 1 hour of basic fitness every day, whether you're a man
Yes.
or a woman, irrespective of what gender you are, you deserve your break. So there are, when I started off my running journey, even today, when I go running in the morning at 4 and 4:30 in the morning, I get a lot of people looking at me, whistles, clicking pictures, and passing lewd comments. But I don't care. I just do not care, because I think my goal is to complete a 12K today. I have to do it. My goal today is to complete a 25K. I get
Absolutely.
it done. So don't worry what
True.
people are talking about you, whether you're whatever wherever you're running. Just ignore the world. You focus on what your goals are, and get it done. So either it's in the morning or the evening, just get up, step out, listen to music if you like music, wear your headphones, get that 30 minute of walk done, or a game of badminton with your child. So it need not be only running or walking, but it could be any sport that you enjoy. It could be a 30-minute swim or a 30-minute walk or a game of badminton or whatever you enjoy doing. Or you can, and you don't really have to, give a lot of, invest in expensive workout wear unless you're into high endurance sports. I have ran, 10Ks in sari also. I am a barefoot runner, so I'm an advocate of
Amazing.
running barefoot. So you don't even have to wear a shoe and walk. So you can just walk around in your neighborhood with bare feet. But yeah, just ensure there are no glass pieces around. So you can even
True.
wear a sari or a salwar and go for a walk. So you need not really wear a sports wear. But yeah, fitness I think is very, very important for a woman because you cannot pour out of an empty cup. And you need to fill your cup first and then you can pour into the others' cups. So I think as women, I think physical and mental fitness both are very, very important. So do take care of that because you have a lot of people
Absolutely.
thinking on us, going forward.
Is wonderfully mentioned. And that also brings me to my last question for today. Do you have any, or would you have any top three recommendations or key takeaways for women folks to take from your entire daily routine of physical fitness as well as nutrition and lifestyle?
I think as all women and managing your nutrition and kitchen, I recommend you all to use the meal plan that I always use. And one, be focused and create the dynamics at home. It's in your hand that you create the dynamics at home. So be focused, plan your life, plan your meal plans because you have your kitchen planned, the rest of the things are planned. You don't have to really worry about anything. So yes, stay focused, stay planned, and stay happy. That's most important. You need to be happy yourself, and then all the things will fall in place.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Preeti, for your time. And it's a pleasure speaking with you. And I would definitely speak with you once again on some other topic. And thanks for joining today.
Thank you so much for having me on board. Thank you so much, and all the best.
Thank you.
That's a wrap. Thank you for listening to Fitness Pro Chat by Fiterobic. We hope you had key takeaways from today's episode and learned something new. Don't forget to download and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. And leave us a rating and review on your favorite platform. In the meantime, reach out to us on Instagram at Fiterobic or through our website, fiterobic.com. And remember, failures will only make you strong and better learn. Take care, stay healthy, and live a fulfilling life with Fiterobic.